10 UK towns are stacking cash grants, housing support, and employer bonuses into relocation packages worth up to $70,000, each one solving a different local crisis. We have ranked them from coastal retreats, courting remote workers, to industrial hubs with visa sponsorship. But the gap between those headlines and reality is wide. Who actually qualifies? We start at number 10, a Scottish island where the median resident is 53. In 10th place, the Isle of Bute offers a quiet alternative for remote workers drawn to coastal living. Here, a cash grant of £10,000 to £15,000 is available for those who purchase a home and convert part of it into a dedicated office, provided they can prove broadband speeds of at least 30 megabits per second. The island's population has fallen 8% since 2011, and the median age now stands at 53, driving local leaders to prioritise younger, working-age arrivals. These grants are not open to everyone. Non-UK nationals must already hold a valid work visa or settled status, and there are no employer sponsorships for newcomers. For those who can bring their job with them, the offer covers only a fraction of housing costs, but it does open the door to an affordable, community-oriented lifestyle in a region eager to reverse its demographic decline. Number 9. Copeland's relocation offer stands apart because it is directly linked to the Sellafield nuclear complex. Here, the incentive is not a blanket cash grant, but an employer-backed bonus of up to £10,000 for engineers and technicians who accept a job on site. The Sellafield area faces a persistent shortage of skilled nuclear workers, with vacancy rates in critical roles hovering between 30 and 40%. To fill these gaps, the Nuclear Decommissioning Authority and Sellafield Limited have tied the bonus to successful recruitment, meaning only those who pass rigorous security vetting, which can take 3 to 6 months, are eligible. One engineer, recently hired from outside the region, described how the bonus covered his move and first year's rent, but only after months of background checks and technical interviews. For candidates with the right credentials and patience for the clearance process, Copeland's package is substantial. However, the offer is strictly limited to roles with Sellafield, and foreign nationals must already hold a valid work visa and meet the site's security requirements. The high payout is real, but access is tightly controlled and conditional on specialist skills. At 8th place, Stoke-on-Trent is betting on a different formula. Regeneration grants are aimed at startups and young families willing to put down roots. Here, the Council's Enterprise Zone programme combines modest business grants, typically £5,000 to £10,000 for new ventures, with some of the lowest property prices in England. The median house costs just £135,000, less than half the national average. Applicants who register a business or purchase a home in designated growth areas can access these incentives, provided they commit to at least 3 years of local employment or residency. While the headline cash is far from the highest, Stoke's approach stands out for accessibility. The combination of affordable housing, small business support, and a realistic path for families or entrepreneurs makes the offer attractive, especially for those priced out of bigger cities. Foreign nationals must already hold a valid work visa, as the grants are not tied to employer sponsorship or fast-track immigration routes. Number 7. Barrow-in-Furness stands out for its direct link between skilled trades and relocation cash. BAE Systems, the town's dominant employer, is actively recruiting welders, pipe fitters, and electricians for its submarine shipyard, offering up to £8,000 in relocation support. Overtime is common, pushing total pay for experienced tradespeople into the £45,000 to £55,000 range. The local council adds a £5,000 housing grant for new arrivals who settle within the borough, creating a combined incentive package that can approach the equivalent of $70,000 when factoring in annual earnings and support. One recent hire, a pipe fitter from the Midlands, used the relocation grant to cover his moving costs, and the council top-up for a rental deposit, allowing his family to settle quickly. Eligibility is tightly bound to hiring needs at BAE Systems. Most newcomers must already hold a right to work in the UK, and there is no fast-track visa route. With the shipyard employing about 35% of Barrow's workforce, the opportunity is substantial but highly concentrated. A town dominated by a single employer offers strong incentives, but also exposes newcomers to the risk of sector downturns or contract changes. Number 6. Hull is charting a new path with its Green Growth Fund, targeting entrepreneurs and skilled workers ready to build careers in the renewable energy sector. The city offers business grants of up to £30,000 for clean tech startups, and a well-documented example shows a solar panel design company receiving £25,000 in seed funding. To unlock these incentives, applicants must commit to hiring at least 2 local employees, tying the grant directly to job creation and community benefit. One recipient reported a £500,000 jump in annual revenue and met the council's requirement for local hires within the first year. Environmental outcomes are also in focus. Hull's program claims to have saved 1,200 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent through supported projects. While the grant amount is competitive, eligibility rules are strict, and foreign applicants must already hold the right to work in the UK. For those with the right skills and a viable business plan, Hull's offer is both a financial boost and an entry into a rapidly growing sector. Number 5. Middlesbrough stands out for its blend of affordable housing and targeted support for new business. The town's average home price sits near £140,000, well below the national average, making it accessible for young families and first-time buyers. Through the Tees Valley Enterprise Zone, newcomers can access business grants ranging from £10,000 to £15,000, provided they register a startup or relocate an existing venture to the area. These incentives are paired with a 5-year residency requirement, designed to encourage long-term commitment rather than short-term moves. Middlesbrough's proximity to major port and manufacturing industries adds another layer of opportunity, especially for those in logistics or advanced manufacturing. While the combined package approaches the upper end of the national incentive range, applicants must show both a business plan and a willingness to become part of the community. Foreign nationals need to hold a valid right to work in the UK, as there are no fast-track visa routes linked to the grant. Number 4. Blackpool targets the heart of its tourism economy with a direct approach: cash grants for guesthouse refurbishments. The council's Hospitality Boost scheme offers £5,000 to small accommodation providers willing to modernise their property ahead of peak season. One owner who used the grant reported a 40% jump in summer occupancy after updating 3 rooms, translating into an estimated £30,000 uplift in local tax revenue. Property prices here remain below £120,000, making the barrier to entry relatively low for new investors or aspiring hoteliers. But the rewards come with risk. Blackpool's income stream is tied closely to seasonal visitor flows, and a slow year can quickly erode margins. For those with a tolerance for volatility and a knack for hospitality, the grant can be a springboard. Yet eligibility is strict. Applicants must already hold the right to work in the UK, and the program is not designed for remote workers or those seeking passive income. Coming to the top 3, Sunderland is making a play for skilled engineers and technicians with a recruitment aid built around its manufacturing backbone. Anchored by the Nissan plant and a network of over 20,000 jobs in the broader automotive sector, the city's incentive package is not tied to a single employer, but spread across a resilient supply chain. New hires can access sign-on bonuses from £3,000 to £5,000, plus housing stipends designed to ease the cost of relocating. Many of these companies hold sponsor licenses, opening a pathway for candidates on skilled worker visas. Unlike towns where a single employer dominates, Sunderland's approach reduces the risk of sudden downturns, offering steady demand for trades and technical roles. Regional apprenticeship programs add another layer, providing training and career mobility. For those with the right qualifications, Sunderland's mix of financial support and visa sponsorship offers a clear, accessible route into the UK manufacturing heartland. Number 2. Dundee has carved out a reputation as the UK's gaming and creative tech relocation hotspot. Abertay University's close ties to the local studio scene drive a steady demand for mid-career developers and digital artists, and that demand is backed by real financial incentives. Relocation stipends of £12,000 are now standard for experienced hires, with some studios adding creative project grants for those willing to move and launch new titles. The city's digital cluster has produced recent hits, including a multiplayer game that reached 250,000 downloads in its first 6 months. Housing remains accessible, with average prices sitting about 30% below Edinburgh's, making the move more affordable for incoming talent. International applicants are welcomed through the skilled worker digital visa route, provided they secure a qualifying job offer. For those looking to accelerate their creative careers while benefiting from cash support and a revitalized waterfront, Dundee offers a compelling, accessible package, though the total payout is still edged out by the top spot on this list. And finally, in first place, Great Yarmouth brings together council and employer incentives for a relocation package that is both substantial and widely accessible. Port logistics firms and offshore service employers are offering sign-on bonuses of up to £7,000, with council-backed housing subsidies adding another £10,000, enough to cover a significant portion of a down payment or annual rent. Short-term accommodation support, often worth £3,000, bridges the gap for newcomers searching for permanent housing. Unlike towns tied to a single sector, Great Yarmouth's ecosystem includes energy, shipping, and logistics companies, many of which sponsor skilled worker visas for qualified applicants. This multi-employer, council-supported model means more roles, broader eligibility, and a realistic path to the $70,000 headline figure for those able to secure a job offer and meet residency requirements. For skilled workers and technical professionals, it is the most attainable high-value relocation package on offer in the UK today. Across all 10 towns, one pattern stands out. Cash incentives are a sign of regions rewriting their futures, not easy windfalls. Real opportunity depends on matching your skills to local needs and accepting the trade-offs. In the end, these offers reveal how mobility is reshaping the UK map. What would it take for you to move?